Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there lived a brave little knight named Pip. Pip wasn't like the other knights. While they were tall and strong, Pip was small and quite clumsy. He often tripped over his own feet, and his sword was always getting stuck in its scabbard. But Pip had a heart full of courage and a spirit that never gave up. One sunny morning, a messenger arrived at the castle with a very important announcement. The princess had been kidnapped by a grumpy green dragon named Grubble. All the knights in the kingdom gasped. Grubble was known for his fiery breath and terrible temper. But little Pip, he didn't gasp. He puffed up his chest, drew his wobbly sword, and declared, "I will rescue the princess." The other knights chuckled and wished him luck, but no one really believed he could do it. Pip didn't mind. He put on his shiniest armor, climbed onto his trusty pony, Buttercup, and set off on his grand adventure. Buttercup wasn't the fastest pony, and Pip had to stop several times to untangle his sword from bushes and tree branches, but he kept going, his little heart filled with determination. He followed the dragon's tracks through whispering forests, over sparkling rivers, and up a tall, tall mountain. Finally, he reached Grubble's cave. The entrance was dark and gloomy, and Pip could hear the dragon snoring inside. Pip took a deep breath, held his sword high, and marched into the cave. Grubble was sleeping soundly, curled around a pile of gold and jewels. And there, huddled in a corner, was the princess. She looked quite frightened. Pip tiptoed towards her, trying his best not to wake the dragon, but just as he reached the princess, he tripped over a gold coin. Clang! His sword clattered to the ground, echoing through the cave. Grubble woke up with a roar, his eyes flashing angrily. Pip squeezed his eyes shut, waiting for the fiery breath. But it never came. Instead, he heard a small, whimpering sound. He opened his eyes and saw Grubble crying. The big, fearsome dragon was sobbing like a baby. "I just wanted someone to play with," Grubble wailed, "but everyone's afraid of me." Pip felt sorry for the lonely dragon. He picked up his sword and offered it to Grubble. "Let's play knights and dragons," he said. Grubble's eyes lit up. He stopped crying and snatched the sword. Gently, of course. Pip and Grubble spent the rest of the afternoon playing, with the princess cheering them on. Pip even taught Grubble how to play hide and seek, though Grubble wasn't very good at hiding. When the sun began to set, Pip and the princess, now Grubble's new friend, rode back to the castle on Buttercup. The other knights were amazed to see them return, safe and sound, with the grumpy dragon happily trotting behind them. From that day on, no one underestimated little Pip again. And Grubble? He learned that making friends was much more fun than kidnapping princesses. They all lived happily ever after, proving that even the smallest knight can be the bravest, and even the grumpiest dragon can find a friend.